Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Language Arts Gallery. Today, we're going to go over our academic vocabulary, and I've chosen 10 words relevant to the field of communication arts. I've tried to select 10 words that I think are also going to be useful to those studying IELTS. So let's go ahead and let's get started with 10 useful words or phrases that you might find if you're studying communications. Our first phrase is above the fold. When information appears above the fold, it's especially important information. And this expression came from a time when newspapers were folded and they were placed in a rack at the newspaper stand, and people would only see the part of the information that appeared above the folded part. Today, this expression has extended to the World Wide Web. When we talk about web pages, the portion of the web page that we see before we begin scrolling down is considered above the fold. So if you wanted to use this word in a sentence, you could say important information should always appear above the fold. Our next word is gesture. Gesture has two meanings. Gesture can mean a movement of the body, or perhaps your hands or your arms, or it can be something that is done or said. So, for example, we might say, he gestured to the waiter by raising his finger. Or we might say, inviting his friends for Christmas was a very nice gesture. Our next word is pundit. A pundit is someone who is an expert on a particular subject, or someone whose opinion is often cited relevant to a particular subject. So we might say that many cable news programs are political pundits arguing over different issues. Our next word is soundbite. A soundbite is a short excerpt of an interview or some form of recorded speech. And it's usually chosen because it's very succinct and very concise. So if I wanted to use this word in a sentence, I might say, we heard sound bites of the president's speech. Our next word is outgroup. Outgroup is a word that we often hear in communications. It's something we also hear in psychology, particularly in social identity theory. Outgroups and ingroups refer to social groups which we either identify with or don't identify with. When we're communicating with outgroups, there are often communication challenges, and communication can break down either through body language, gestures, or verbal communication. So we might say helping members of an outgroup helps to humanize them. Our next word is readability. Readability refers often to the complexity of a text. It also refers to the presentation of a text and the context of a text. We could say his article was chosen for the magazine because of its readability. Our next word is voiceover. A voiceover occurs when an off-camera voice narrates a particular scene. We can say Morgan Freeman has many famous voiceovers in films. Our next word is watershed. Watershed in the field of communications can refer to the time in the United Kingdom after 9 p.m. when programs that are not suitable for children are able to be shown on TV. Watershed is also used to describe moments in history that are incredibly important. So, for example, we might say the fall of the Berlin Wall was a watershed moment in history. Our next word is Web 2.0. Web 2.0 refers to websites and internet applications that allow users to interact with one another. So this is as opposed to Web 1.0, where someone can simply just view the web page. So I can say social media is a great example of how Web 2.0 engages users. And our last word is iconic. Iconic in the field of communications can refer to communication through the use of icons. We also use the word iconic to refer to something that is distinctive through its excellence. I can say, many actors have played the iconic role of James Bond. All right, so those are our 10 vocabulary words and phrases. Above the fold, gesture, pundit, soundbite, outgroup, readability, voiceover, watershed, Web 2.0, and iconic. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And stay tuned for future videos where we'll talk about academic vocabulary from other disciplines.